Every Monday after a Sunday game at 6:45, we are grading Jayden. Who wants to start off with the grade on Jayden Daniels?
I'll start. He was 13th in the league in passing yards yesterday. He was 12th in quarterback rating. No picks, no fumbles. He was 29th in the league overall in rushing with what you would think is kind of a subpar rushing performance for him, 44 yards on 10 carries.
Did you say how many fantasy points he put? Did he put up 0? Or, I mean, you get some yardage.
he got yardage.
I have him in one league. He
Probably
had
10 or 11.
14 points.
So a mediocre fantasy day.
Don't even worry. I'm not even worried about that.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
He gets a B. Grading Jayden, I give him that's a solid B.
I'll give him a B. Just can't give him an A because he didn't throw or run for any touchdowns.
Right.
I'll give him a B just because he was efficient. He completed a bunch of balls, even though a lot of them were just wide receiver screens. That's fine. Let some of those guys do the work for you. Ran for 44 yards, so he's certainly a threat every time he bounces out of the pocket. And again, like you said, he didn't turn the ball over.
Right.
And
that's huge.
The rookie quarterbacks are turning the ball over in other teams. So, yeah, I mean, he was part of the win. So I will give him a B.
He's a huge part of the win. I give him a solid B for sure. There's still definitely room to grow, no doubt about it. Got to be careful. Just don't get killed out there. I love his aggressiveness, though. I love how he looks for the sticks and tries to get it, but you're going to take some hits. But he's got to throw the football away when he's getting flushed. He's still getting sacked too many times. If this was Sam Howell, we'd be destroying him like we did last year. But when you're flushed and you're just trying to get around that edge, just throw it away. You see Mahomes do it all the time. Just throw it. Just throw it to the trainer. And live.
I think he's going to learn that. He's going to learn that.
That's
he's going to see it in the film.
He's so smart. That's an easy one to learn.
Easy.
There was one play where he got hit blindside, and I thought the way he went down, I thought it was going to be pretty bad.
Well, because those two guys
he ended up being
fine.
Him.
When those two guys landed on him,
yeah. I thought it was going to be bad, but he bounced up.
So what's weird is
got lucky.
Last week, you guys all gave him higher grades than me. And it wasn't that I was concerned. The offense, he literally did not have a completion beyond 10 yards in week one. Some of that was the offense. We also postulated some of this, maybe the receivers not getting open downfield. It's hard to tell exactly why it didn't happen. Well, yesterday, all right, Ertz did wrestle the ball away from the corner. It was a potential interception, but it wasn't. It's actually a pretty nice throw to Zach Ertz early in the game. He had a nice slant pass to McLaurin right after he took that big hit to the ribs. He had a game-winning drive where he had a nice pass to Noah Brown for 34 yards, and he had a long scramble.
Down the sideline, yep.
Huge scrambles. He had two huge
His
scrambles.
completion percentage was high. Yes, he didn't find the end zone, but he didn't make any big mistakes that cost him. There might have been a couple that were dicey, and you don't like the guy taking 5 sacks, but I think a lot of that's on the offensive line, and a couple of the sacks were read option run plays that he got hit behind the line of scrimmage.
For sure.
I'm going to give him an A-.
I'll take it.
I'm going to give him an A- because,
no qualms with that.
Again, if you look at some of the throws, he made some nice throws. It's limited. They're not running some sort of sophisticated Peyton Manning offense with a ton of back shoulder throws downfield.
Credit Cliff Kingsbury for kind of spoon feeding him early in his NFL career, for not giving him too much that's going to be overwhelming for him.
Yeah, I don't need a dozen passes behind the line of scrimmage.
He's easing him into it.
Yeah,
it looks like.
I don't hate. I think that's a positive.
If you're moving the ball and you're not punting, then you're doing something right. Even though you're not scoring touchdowns and you had to rely on your kicker. But look, 3 of those times when they were inside the 15 or the 10, they had false starts. I'm guessing if they didn't have that on one of those drives, they probably would have scored a touchdown.
100%.
Right. Would have punched
one
of those
By the way,
in.
Cakes owes me 10. He's going to omnev me 10 because Daniels didn't throw for 250, and he didn't account for 4 touchdowns in the first 2 weeks.
I'll take my L's,
That's
but
fine.
It's okay.
I mean,
want to remind you.
We almost should have some buyout situations. I'm almost willing to offer you a buyout on the Brian Robinson
You want to buy
versus
out? You ready to
Austin
buy
Eckler.
out? I'll look at the numbers.
But you probably stick a buyout on all your Jayden Daniels overs. He's not getting 25 touchdown passes.
You might. I'm
No.
not ruling it out yet.
That
No,
one
it's
I'm
not.
a little bit worried about, but it's okay.
They haven't
He better
stretched
catch
the
a
field
heater.
yet.
Hey, I
You
like
better
to-
throw for about 4
I
on
like
Monday
to
night.
hate
then.
guys sometimes, JP, with my bets. It's okay.
He gets
Kind of my brand.
1.5 a game is what? He's behind that
For the
pace,
rest
I
of the
understand.
games?
Yeah.
So 15 times 1.5 is like 22.5, right?
Yeah,
Something
One
like
and a
that.
half.
quite
I mean, he'll
enough.
be close. I think he's still got a shot at that.
Yeah, but I
It's
do
been a
need
slow
him.
start, but I think he's got a shot
I
at
need
it.
him to have a 4-touchdown eruption in one game for me to get close, I think.
I think that will happen.
I hope you're right.
I think it's going to happen a ton.
I hope it happens against the
But
Bengals
I
on
think
Monday Night Football.
I think he'll have a big night sometime.
I think he will.
Yeah.
Do you know
He may,
your
but he
two
ain't getting to
leading-
25. I'll give you odds.
yeah.
Do you know your 2 leading quarterbacks in touchdown passes right now through 2 games?
Tutties through 2
Carr's
games.
got to be 1.
Carr's up there. I
Is
want to
Carr
say
1?
Kyler Murray. No, Kyler had 3 yesterday. He didn't do much in week 1. Who else?
Carr's 1.
Okay, Carr's one of them. Why am
Well,
I-
you should remember he had 4 against the Commanders.
Baker.
Oh, Baker.
Baker Mayfield's got
Baker.
5.
That's right.
And then Darnold and Murray have 4.
What Darnold is doing is pretty impressive. You got to give that
You
guy.
called that.
Yeah.
You got to give that
I
guy
give
some
Cakes,
flowers.
Cakes called that. He said he's going to thrive in
Oh.
the Kevin O'Connell.
You could thrive in Kevin O'Connell's offense.
Well,
You could get
Eventually,
behind,
he's
you could
got-
get behind center, and you could launch one to Justin
Jefferson hurt.
What?
He got
Yeah.
banged up quad.
So is that bode poorly for the
He
next
said he's
going to
be good for next week.
Oh,
He
okay.
that's what he claims.
He
at
basically
least.
took like Jayden Daniels' shot, which was right
Mm-hmm.
to the ribs. He took a similar shot to his thigh.
Right.
So they said it was a thigh contusion.
Do these guys, do Drab
I
and
bet
Valdez
you-
want to chime in on the grading Jaden? You guys want to? These guys both pick losers.
I'd say solid B.
Solid B. Yeah.
B. You got to finish the drives. I know it's penalties, but the game-winning drive, that's awesome. Some big plays there, and no turnovers for a rookie is outstanding. I might, you know what? I'll give him a B plus because you got the victory as well. B plus for Jaden, solid.
I like it. I like it. Drabby or Valdez, sorry.
I'm going to say B minus. I can't really tell if he's being overly cautious with the football or if it's a product of Cliff's system yet. I don't know which is which, but it is.
Probably a little both.
It is very. I want to take the governor off. I want to see what you got under the hood. I don't know when they're going to do that, but it's
don't
very Alex Smithish.
Okay, I think he's more explosive. than
I know.
Alex,
I think he's explosive. He's explosive running, but in terms of the passing game,
Yeah.
kind of Alex Smithish. And I don't know. I don't think that's Jaden's fault.
Yeah.
I think it's
agree.
more of Cliff's fault.
Well, it could be him looking at one guy, and then when that guy's not open, one reading it, then he's pulling it down.
By the way,
That's
I
what
saw
I'm guessing.
Farley posted something of Valdez running the DC half. Did you do the half or the
No,
5K?
I did the 5K. My half
Oh,
marathon
congrats.
is November 2nd. in
Ooh,
Ocean
that's
City.
coming.
Nice job.
So
Nice
I
job.
did Farley's DC half, but I did the 5K of it
Did you get
Sunday morning.
Did you get caught up in all of the one nice thing? I've never run any of those races really, maybe one or something. But it is nice that everyone's cheering you on, Aaron. There
You
is
know
a
what it
community
is?
to
It's very supportive.
very supportive
It's a
community.
very supportive
no matter
community.
how slow
Yeah.
and fat you are, it doesn't matter.
No, they just want you to finish.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And then
He's built a monster. How many people ran in that race?
4,000 total. That's with the half.
Cha-ching.
That's with the
Johnny
half and the
Manziel.
5K. There was 1,000
You know
in
what,
the
Farley?
5K.
I could use another pair of shoes since you're so rich.
Hey, went to his house to get
Yeah.
like my bib number and
Oh, he's got
Uber
an awesome
and
kitchen,
Uber
doesn't he?
into the city because I didn't want to try to park downtown. House is like baller.
No.
I've never seen
Well, he's
landscaping.
so rich.
I've never seen landscaping so immaculate
Yeah.
in my life.
Can he
Got a
get me?
pristine-
Can he get me golf shoes, even though he's a running store?
Man, you're really hitting him up hard.
Well, I mean, he's rich.
EB, we got sponsors. William and Harry.
I
Golf
know.
How
doing.
many pairs of golf shoes do you need?
I like to rotate them.
I know, but do you need 20 pair?
I like to have a trunk full like Valdez.
It was very weird seeing him like videoing me as I was nearing the end of the 5K.
Does he use one of those sticks?
No. He was just using his phone.
How horned up was he that you were running? The
Oh,
event?
he was so sized.
happy.
And
He
then
looks
I
so
missed.
happy every time.
Yeah.
I know I missed a sub 30-minute 5K by 4 seconds, and I
Okay.
told him I was bitter,
Right.
And I wanted I want to get under 30, and he was all sized.
That's how he tries to
It's
rope
like,
you
it's
in.
okay, man. You did it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
out
yeah.
there. I love
He's the
your
ultimate
effort.
cheerleader.
Very
Yeah.
much so, and I can see why because everyone there in the community is
Yeah.
Do they all
cheering you on.
worship him? Like, do they all know?
Oh, he's a rock. He's a
He's
rock star.
there.
Dude, he's a rock star.